Okay, so far this was our best day on the water. This was day 8, would have been Tuesday. Uh, this is coming out of 2 Mile Bridge, right outside of Sunset Lake, Cape May. I got up at like 3:30 in the morning. I got up at like 3 in the morning and pulled anchor at 3:30 with the intention of beating the current out, so I wouldn't be stuck going out this channel. It would have been a nightmare with the current against me, all this stuff. And I kind of looked at the rest of the currents and saw how they were lining up. And then this day just turned awesome because I hit every freaking current perfectly right up the Delaware Canal, and we hit 75 miles, which is nuts. I never imagined we go that far. I didn't think we were gonna go past. All right, and this is where the dolphins start. You'll start seeing them popping around in the distance here, little bit here and there. It was so much more. They were in all directions doing this at the same time. You see them right there. You know what I mean? They were just popping up. It was awesome. We were both freaking out like little kids. Jumping around. There's another one. There's another one. There was one point I didn't manage to capture, but they came straight at us. It was so freaking cool. There's 3 dolphins close together coming up to the surface, and you can see them looking at you. It was just intense situation. Um, I can't wait to see more like that. And it's happening like right as the sun's rising. You know what I mean? And it went on for like 15 minutes, and it just set the tone for the rest of the day. It was a great day. We got tons of miles. Delaware Canal. We got out to the point where you almost can't see land. It's pretty big. And as I said, we had no wind. The wind was basically useless. Every now and then it would come up and give us a little bit of a push, but what was really moving us along was the currents. And this is it. You're in the middle of Delaware Bay, and just really cool to be out there. And saw a lot of tugs and big tankers and stuff coming up towards Philadelphia and everything, having breakfast out there. Um, yeah, big tankers all over the place. Of course, Peanut and Mommy living it up there. Yeah, this dog's got a tough life, doesn't she? She really struggles. Lighthouses out in the middle, marking all the shoals and everything, which is crazy because it'll go from like 50 feet deep to short. And that's a trawler right there. I like that design. It's kind of what I might be looking for when we get to the point of Mediterranean. And some lighthouses are not as pretty as others. Ran into other boats and everything, but this next lighthouse was wicked cool. It was kind of creepy with like the crows and stuff all over it. Just you come up on rocks and that, and these ships really interest me because of the way they design the front of the boat. Displacement hulls, the function of the speed of the boat is off the length of the waterline. What they do is that bulb on the front there actually lengthens the waterline of the boat and causes the people to go faster. And here's Peanut again, pointedly ignoring the camera. She's a freaking riot. She'll see it come out and she looks the other way, squints her eyes, wiggles her ears to let you know she's annoyed and everything. But she hates being filmed. That's the first nuclear power plant I've seen on the water like this. It was really cool to drop by that. Of course, we're doing all the research on it afterwards, checking it out. Peanut completely uninterested in nuclear power plants. But after putting away 50 miles, it was only like 12:15, and we hit the current perfectly. Was changing as we came in here to the C&D Canal, which was really pretty. Way like out there, there's nothing there until you get into certain spots in it, other than the bridges. Just empty like woods, and I mean it's real pretty. But then you'll just see the road down the side, maybe somebody running down the road or somebody cycling or a car here and there, but for the most part it didn't see much in the way of residential farming, nothing. It's just really nothing out there. This is cool because the river comes in off the side. Yeah, the video sped up. My boat does not go this fast, not even remotely. And there were a lot of osprey nests and everything on every marker and pile and stuff that was out there. It was just a real pretty scene, and we kind of cruised through nicely. Made great time. The bridges are really cool to check out as you're going through. I love stuff like that. I like the architecture. As you can tell, because I take video of every single bridge we come across. It's cool to come under them. It really is, because of the effect of looking up at you, you swear that your mast is gonna hit something. It's like the thing's over twice as tall as my mast. I got plenty of room to go through. Um, that's a railroad bridge that closed. We can't get through, but it's always open unless the train's coming. There's a lot of those on the way down the ICW where they keep them up like that, just like in the Cape Cod Canal. They just dropped the bridge to open it, but real pretty out here, and we enjoyed that part, of course. And this was cool because it was like miles and miles of nothing, and then like you come around this little bend right here, and there's this little inlet off the side that has like this little marina in it, and there were people coming in and out of it. I don't know what's around as far as town-wise out there. We did actually find one up near the Maryland border. This was all Delaware before that, where there's an actual town there. But for the most part, it's nothing like that. And this army boat was cool. He was booting right through. It's funny because he came ripping up past us, and then we get up to that town that's further up, and you can see him sitting in there. People out there in jet skis and stuff like that, cruising around. It's another railroad bridge. Peanut finally gets interested when she can see things a little bit closer to shore. She likes to check out that. She likes whenever. And this is that town that's in the middle of nowhere. Could have holed up there. There is actually an anchorage off a little offshoot on the side, and a marina and all that stuff. And Lyde and I did say that if we ever came back this way, that I would want to plan it so that there's a free dock over on the starboard, on the right hand side, as you're going through, with a restaurant and everything there, and you could tie up. And I'm like, I would love to time it where you would come through and tie up over there on that's the restaurant coming up right there. You could tie up to that dock, go in, eat at the restaurant, and I would want to explore around town and stuff like that, and time it so that you had the current with you, and then take the 6 hours when the current's against you, and hang out there and then finish the trip after. But this was a little station in between too, with tugs and stuff, for the barges that come through the canal. You're almost out the other side, and this is after coming out the other side. That house that's being built, there's a dinosaur in the freaking yard, and we're like, I want the backstory. Why do you have like a green brontosaurus in your yard? What brought that on? There's got to be a reason for it. But anyways, yeah, I wanted to get to know these people too. They had the right boat. Definitely people we want to hang out with. Every now and then you do get to meet like the people who have these things too, if you're in the right place at the right time. And some of them are super chill. Some of them are the stuck-up snobs, But hey, it comes with that kind of money, right? And this was they were just towing like 4 tubes along with people on them. Must have been piss drunk and stuff. But I can't believe people go in the water there, because it's brown and muddy, disgusting, and it puts a slime on the rocks and everything. Real pretty. This was Ford Landing, where we spent the night, and real nice, but it was like out in the middle of nowhere, and these people must have hated us because like I was walking around a deck in my underwear and everything like that, and we're like right in their backyard, and I don't give a shit. But it was hot, and we had to run the generator all night because we needed the air conditioner, which is not the prettiest thing, but it works, and it kept us cool all night, so I don't give a shit. Boat's got AC. And yeah, it was just a pretty spot to spend the night, and we enjoyed it. I got to go on the shore, but it's a rocky beach kind of thing, and just not great for landing. It's just a good holdover spot if you're either going into the canal or just come through it. But that's it. Yeah, no, we're standing out the hatch right there with the AC.